All right, good morning everybody. Welcome back to 90 Degree Angler. I am super excited today. We are striper fishing here on Diamond Valley, which means trolling. I love to troll, I love to fish for striper, and I have not done this in a long time. I think actually the last time I fished for striper was the Striper Derby in Western Outdoor News out in Havasu. So I'm excited to get back out to it. I've been seeing a lot of big striper come out of here. What kind of spurred this on is I'm going to be taking a trip to the Sierra, Upper Twin and Lower Twin Lakes in Bridgeport in a couple weeks to chase those trophy brown trout. So if you know anything about brown trout fishing here in California, you know that there's one lure that's caught more fish, big 10-pound brown trout, than anything else. So I finally broke down. I'm super excited, and I bought myself an AC plug from Mr. Alan Cole himself. Came in the mail the other day, manila envelope, hand addressed by Alan. Had his return address on it. Really cool. And as soon as I opened that thing up and took a look at the 7-inch AC plug that I bought, all I could think about was these big Diamond Valley striper and how great this lure is going to be. So we're going to put that on the downrigger today, drive it around a little bit and see what we can get. Let's take a look at this lure. If you know, you know. This is the AC plug. It's the 7-inch rainbow trout, and this thing should be a killer. We're gonna put it on the downrigger. Hopefully we don't lose it, so we still have it for our trip out to the Sierra. So that'll be one of the setups. And then of course we're gonna be trolling our trusty fly on the lead core. We're gonna be using a producer fly here. This is a fly made by a local guy named Kenny Baldwin. It's my favorite fly for trolling these big striper. So you may think that's a little bit funny to troll a little fly to catch these big fish when my other setup is a great big 7-inch AC plug, but I've actually caught more big striper on those flies than anything else. You know, in Havasu for this Striper Derby, we were slaying them, you know, on day one on this fly. Caught a ton of fish on it. And, you know, to be very honest, my two biggest striper out of this lake came on an even smaller little bluegill fly that's made by Orvis, the Puglisi bluegill. So hopefully we get into some fish. I'm really excited to see what happens here today. You know, this type of fishing isn't wide open. You know, we're gonna be lucky to catch 2 fish, but if we do, they should be quality fish. So hopefully it's something fun to watch. And we'll talk a little bit more about, you know, our attack and what we're doing as we get out here on the water, but I'm anxious to get some lines wet, so let's get going. Okay, so if you guys aren't familiar with fly coring, what we're doing here is we're targeting fish at specific depths in the water using the lead core. Most of you guys will know that lead core is broken into colors, and it sinks around 5 feet per color if you're trolling at 2 miles an hour. Let me get to 2 miles an hour. So we can see where the fish are suspending in the water column here, and you know, set our target depths to like 30, 40, or 50 feet. Once we do that, then we, you know, essentially, because that fly doesn't have any action, we're stripping the line. You'll see me just pulling and pulling all day long, jerking that fly in the water, which is going to give it the action of a fleeing bait fish. The big stripers will see this, and even if they're not chasing it, you know, that action makes them think that they are chasing it, and they'll a lot of times instinctively just bite, and then we've got a nice striper on. So it gives a unique presentation, and it gives us a way to specifically target those depths through trolling. So we've got our static rod over here with the downrigger with the AC plug, you know, fishing the big bait for those big stripers. That's doing its own thing. I've got that set at 30 feet. Since it's a new plug, I don't know how much deeper it's going to dive, so it may be down 40 feet. I'm not sure, you know, how much deeper than the ball it actually runs. So we're going to go and be safe on that in the morning time here until we figure that out. I don't want to lose my brand new AC plug. And then we've got, you know, the fly out here at 40 feet. So we're going to be trolling around, you know, trying to keep it in like the, you know, 60-foot range, 40 to 60 feet of water, seeing if we can't find some fish, and hopefully we'll be able to hook up on some. Ooh, we got boils behind us, huh? Ooh, that's a fish. GoPro. Oh, this is a big one, dude. Already on the fly this morning. All right, so we got a big striper on and he's already been pulling drag. This feels like a really nice fish. It's on the fly. It was at 40 feet. And what we want to do is keep pressure on that fish. Look at him. See him on the surface back there? Oh yeah. And when he comes swimming at us, we got to be on that reel. We got to keep that pressure on. That's a big fish, dude. Get us out into some deeper water. Maybe slow us down a little. Usually these guys aren't fighting at the surface like this. That's a monster fish, dude. This is what we came out here for, first hour, and we got a big one. We just got to try not to lose him. He's swimming at us now, and he's pulling. I don't think that's a largie, dude. Largies don't pull drag like this guy does. I hope he doesn't get me caught up in my downrigger. He's a hard fighter. And keep that pressure on him though. I don't want him shaking this hook. And I know when he gets close to the boat, he's gonna run. All right, look at that fish right there on the surface. There he is. Don't go on that side. I want you on this side, buddy. That's a big one. Oh, that's a big one. That is a big one. How are we gonna get him in the net? We got him in the net. We got him in the net. He is so big. Holy, pardon my French. Holy moly, that is a monster striper. That is a monster striper. Oh my gosh. I think we just witnessed my personal best. All right. Oh my goodness. That is a big heavy fish. That is a big heavy fish. Don't knock my flies, baby. Kenny Baldwin, that producer, it's got the best name ever. Whew. Oh Oh my God, that's heavy. I don't want to lose him. 31 inches. All right, 31 inches. £10, 6 ounces. 10 pounds, 6 ounces. He feels way bigger than that, but that is a beautiful 10-pound striper, baby. There she is, baby. There she is. 10 pounds of pure, beefy striper right there. Diamond Valley special. Caught it on the Kenny Baldwin's producer fly. First hour, first bite. That is an amazing fish right there. We are so happy for. So we're gonna try to release it. We're gonna get it back to life and then see if we can't get a nice shot of letting it back into the depths. All right, so this is the fly that just caught that 10-pound striper. It's the Kenny Baldwin's producer fly. You can get him on his website. This is the redfin pattern, I believe. I don't remember the exact pattern. It's just the one with the blue in it, which I really, really like. One thing you want to make sure is that, you know, once you catch a fish, they wreck these flies pretty good. So you want to make sure that the hairs aren't tangled around the hook, because it will stop you from getting the bite. So you get a little dog hair brush and you brush it out to make sure all the threads are sitting nicely before you redeploy. So we're gonna go run that same line that we ran before. Obviously we just caught a 10-pounder there. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't check it out again. So let's get our line deployed here. So if you ever fish flycore, or if you've ever fished lead core, one thing you'll notice is, you know, it's not the most durable material. You know, lead core wasn't made to be ripped back and forth across these eyelets 1,000 times. You know, it's made for static line trolling where you just put something out there and let it sit. So, you know, the wear and tear that it takes fly coring on this burns through lead like nobody's business. And it's expensive, it takes a long time to set up. So for the most part, I have a little trick that I do to make my setups last even longer. I normally am fishing either at 30, 40, or 50 feet. So at 6 colors and at 8 colors, I will actually cut my lead core and splice in some 30-pound braid on those sections, so that I know when I have 6 colors in the water, I've got braid going across my eyelets, and I can rip that braid for years across there, and we know how tough braid is. It's not gonna wear through. So it extends the life of my lead core by a dramatic amount. So you'll see right here, after this blue, this is 30 feet when the blue hits the water. Right there is where I splice the braid into the actual lead core. And it's a long, complicated process on how I get that done, but it has saved me countless dollars in lead core setups, because there's nothing more frustrating than fishing for an hour, pulling on a fly, and all of a sudden have, you know, 6 colors of lead core sinking into the deep with the $10 fly on there, because that's about $45, $50 worth of gear right there. That's quite a sinking feeling, you know, no pun intended, when you see that drifting away. So just a little something that I do, and it's also easier on the fingers, you know, when you're stripping the line to hold the braid than that actual lead core itself. So just a little tip, and I'll probably do a setup video next time I retie one of these that shows you how I put that all together and make it all work. So we're getting back into our spot where we caught that fish. We got the lake to ourselves. There's nobody else over here right now. All the bass guys are out bassing, and the other striper guys that I talked to this morning are at the other end of the lake. So Looks like we made a good call coming over here to this dam, having it to ourselves and picking off that big guy. All right, we got a wolf pack, a striper right here. I don't know if you guys can see them. 50, 30, they're all over the place. Honestly, right where I was hoping they'd be, over this high spot out here. Come on, AC plug. Oh, there's one. Hell yeah, hook up. Right over that hump, right where we metered him. This one's not as big, but still a nice fish. Yeah. Ooh. There he goes. It's at the surface too, huh? All right, let's slow the boat down a little bit. We don't need the resistance of the boat going against us here. Head shaker. Oh, don't shake it loose. Don't shake it loose, buddy. These big fish are hard to get in on these crappy reels. I need to really upgrade. Got my net ready. Oh, he's running now. All right, we're on the white. He's almost up. This is the most tricky part. You got to keep pressure on without pulling the hook out of their mouth. Gotta keep that rod tip bent. Keep that fish pinned on it. And when he's done with runs like this, be immediately back on that reel, taking up any slack. He's heading for the bottom. This is another nice fish. Are we gonna get two 10-pounders? Oh, he's a fighter. Oh, no, 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 you're not getting away. Come to Papa. Let me see ya. There's some call. Yeah, he's even bigger. He's even bigger. Holy Moses. Get his head in that net. He's even bigger. Oh my God. I can't even deal with him. He's so big. We got him. We got him. Oh, another monster. That's even bigger. That's even bigger. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. What a day. Oh, look at that guy. Producer fly again. Oh. With another monster striper. That's 2 today. Oh. 10.2. So we've got 2 10-pound striper today so far. All right. That first one didn't live, so let's try to get this one back in the water as soon as possible, because I don't want to kill another one of these big, beautiful fish. But take a look at that. How's that, buddies? How is that? All right, I'm gonna get you back in the water right now, Bill. Right now. Back to the depths. I have only caught 2 10-pound striper or larger in this lake in my entire life. And I have 2 10-pound striper before 8:30 this morning, which is amazing and makes me wonder why I've been fishing bass for so long and not striper, because that is so fun. That is so much fun. So much fun. We're about to get spooled here by this guy. Oh, he came off. He took all my drag, dude. So we're coming across this hump here that I've been aiming for, and right as we come across, there's a fish down there at 40 and a fish at 25. That one's a big fish down there between 40 and 50. And that's right where we got the downrigger ball with the AC plug, and right where we got the fly. So let's see if we can pick up those fish that we're marking as we come through there. There's one. Got him. Right like I said we would. Right over that spot. All right. Just took back all the line I gained. All right. God, no! No! Oh. Heartbreak. Heartbreak. That's 2 I've missed. Got another striper here. This guy bit when I just had it in the rod holder. I was about to change out the AC plug. So I put this down and it got hit. This is my buddy Mike, my mentor on the flycore. Taught me everything I know, coming over to see me catch a fish on one. Perfect timing, Mike. So,
that's about 5.5 or 6.
Yeah, that's a small one. That's not a small one, I mean.
No, that's a great size.
Yeah.
I text you, but you don't answer too often.
Bang! I get really bad service out here.
Oh.
Another nice one. We're gonna let this one go right away. Hopefully. So camera timed out on me because it was too hot, and it is too hot, and I'm gonna be getting out of here after that last fish I just caught, which again was awesome. That's Mike Sutherland. He's a guide here on the lake, and he taught me how to fish this flycore method. So amazing guy. I owe him the world for teaching me this method, and he's become a pretty good friend. I see him out here all the time, so it was really fun to catch that 5-6 pounder in front of him as well. So we're gonna call it a day here. It's barely 10:30, but you know, we got a big fish in the cooler already. It's going to be 110, so there's no reason for us to beat ourselves over the head out here. It's been a great day already. So thank you guys for tuning in to this amazing episode of 90 Degree Angler. I can't wait to get home, edit this footage, and see what these things look like. Hopefully everything came out good, and we'll see you on the next episode.